Hi, welcome back everybody to Auto Auction Rehabs, where we are out here in Dale, Texas, looking at, well, we're looking at as much as we can look at, to be quite honest. And we're finding some pretty cool stuff that you too can buy on the cheap. Prices are down right now. They are way down. I can tell you because I just tried selling a few, and the prices are way down even at the retail end. Not at the dealerships, but out here, they're down. So this is the time to buy. I unfortunately did it the wrong way. I bought when things were a bit higher, and now that things have come down, you know, I can't say I made any money, but you can find a car that you could easily repair and drive on the cheap. So, without further ado, let's get started checking out some cars here at IAA. And I like this one. Suburban. This is a nice car from where I stand. I don't see any damage yet. It's not listing one way or the other. Let's see if we can make our way through here. Okay, well, all right, now I see a little damage right here behind the rear door, and it's got yellow paint. So you know what happened? Somebody was coming through the drive-through or going to the bank at the drive-through, and this big monster vehicle, they didn't calculate the turn correctly and either backed into or drove, I'm going to say backed into the yellow post that keeps people from running over the ATMs. Now, if that's all the damage, I'm going to be quite surprised. Little tight fit. There's so many cars in here that they've got to pack them in tight. I love those wheels. That's fantastic. Look at those wheels. Tires are almost like new. I'm wondering if this is a fairly new vehicle. Let's check out the sticker. Let's check out the sticker. You know what? There's hardly any damage on this. Just that little bit in the back. You know what? Some dealer's going to get this, send it to the shop, fix it up, and put it up for sale. All right, now, okay. All right, I'm going to show you something else here. If you guys can see, and I don't know if it comes out on the video or not, but I'll tell you. What else do you see there? From what I described earlier, is there something else? Yeah, there is. So I'm going to say this is where it started touching whatever it was touching, and it came along here and pressed in here, and you can see the waves in the door. See the wave right here? Okay. Now, I don't know if this is aluminum body or not. That makes a big difference as to the cost of repair. Now, can you find a couple of doors to replace these? Sure you can. Can you have that fixed? Yeah, sure you can. I don't know that I'd worry about the door. I might buff out the yellow paint, but I'd probably have that pulled out and filled. Maybe respray the side from this door back. But if you look down here, you can see the waves where the sheet metal was buckled a little bit from rubbing up against whatever it rubbed up against. So this is a 2021 Suburban that has 59,000 miles on it. That's like a new car. I'm going to pop the hood and see what we're working with underneath. But let's go inside and take a look. Let's start with the front. Okay. Well, that was interesting. I'm not talking about the sound. I'm not talking about the audible buzzer. I'm talking about whatever that hiss was. And I'm hoping that hiss was some sort of solenoid saying, okay, we're about ready to get started. Well, interesting. Okay, why is the airbag gone? Huh. And only that airbag. Huh. And if it has side damage, why would the front airbag deploy? My guess is it didn't. And what I want to see is whether or not this was a theft. Well, I don't know, but wires are cut. They didn't take time to unplug it. They just cut the wires. My guess is this was a theft. Let's see, what is it? I'm going to have to go down there and take a look. It says loss type is collision. Okay, did the thief crash it? Who knows? But look at the interior on this thing. It's a little dirty. It's, I don't know, maybe had some animals in here. I don't see a bunch of hair. But let's take a look at the back. Pretty nice, huh? Suburban, big monster vehicle. If you've got a few kids and you want to do a road trip, this would be the way to do it. So let's pop the hood. Bose system, very nice. I've still got mud on my feet, so I'm not crawling in. Let's see. Let's see if we can take a look underneath here. I'm gonna guess 6.2 for the Suburban. Well, she's dusty. Dusty, but still looks like it's probably, it looks pretty new still. Let's see what we got here. 5.3. Okay. So it's got the smaller engine, smaller V8, but it probably puts out over 300 horsepower. So that's not so bad. Not so bad at all. No point in checking the oil. We're not going to start it. If there was vehicles that I was starting out here, you'd be darn sure that the first thing I do is check the oil and water and make sure we're not going to cause any more problems than what it already has. Yeah, it definitely says that it's a collision damaged car. You guys can tell me, why would the front airbag deploy if the damage was only here on the side behind the passenger door? I also have some damage to the running board, and I know those aren't cheap, but hey, if you're looking to get into a 2021 Suburban on the cheap, this might be the way to go. Take a look at it, see what you think. Let's move on. We got all kinds of stuff out here. We could spend days out here looking at cars, which is what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. There's a Ford. Oof, that was a side impact. Yeah, that's not a fix at home in the garage car. I'm not gonna say it's not fixable, but not for me in the garage. That's just a little too much. Knock off some of this mud. Let's see what else we've got. Did we look at that Jeep last time? I don't know. There's another Kia Soul, but that one has some pretty significant front end damage. Telluride. Kia Telluride. Well, that's a big car. I've never seen a Kia Telluride before. Let's take a look at this. This is a 2021 Kia Telluride, collision damage. Well, it's not at the front. Let's see. Okay, here we go. All right, so before I even get to the back, we're going to see here some buckling and some paint that has cracked, and there's already rust in there. So I'm going to say it's had some significant rear damage, which it has. It has. You're definitely going to need a new tailgate, probably some exhaust work done, and this panel will probably need to be replaced. This one is going to take a bit of work. The gap is off here, they're telling us. All right, but let's see what's inside a Kia Telluride. Never seen one. That opened easy. All right. First glance, I'm going to say it's put together pretty well. It's definitely interesting. We'll put the license plates on the floor here, out of the way. Oh, a small person sat here. How many miles are on it? Let's see if we can see how many miles are on it. Yeah, you know what? It does have the key fob, and I don't want to press the button and have it start and have a problem when I've been told not to start them, so we're not going to do that. We can say that the next service was due in May of this year, and it would be 31,000 miles when the service was due, so I would say it's got about 30,000 miles. So there we go. And look here. Did this airbag deploy? Is there an airbag in there? I don't know. I don't know. Can you see? We're not going to pull it off. But is there an airbag in there? Might be. But it didn't blow. It just kind of came loose there. All right. It's actually a nice clean car. It doesn't smell bad at all. Probably due to the collision, somebody lost their soda all over the place. Nothing a little cleaning wouldn't take care of. Nice display. I really like this display. Some of the higher end cars have nice big displays up here in your face. Better than, down here. So let's take a look in the back. If we can get the doors open in the back. Let's see. Is it possible? Yeah, the gap actually doesn't look too bad. It's a little wide up here. Look at that. Nicely appointed. Nicely appointed. Bucket seats in the back. And looks like maybe a third row seat back here. And you've got some stuff in the back, some personal stuff. And definitely a third row seat. Not a bad car. Like I've said, prices are down right now at the auctions and retail for used cars. So if this is something that would suit your needs, you need to check with IAA, go online, check it out, come to the yard, see it with your own two eyes, get with a broker, bid on it, drive it home. You are good to go. I think this one might be drivable. Anyhow, let us move on, see what else we can find here at IAA in Dale, Texas. That Jeep has seen better days. I think we already reviewed that one. Let us move on a little bit here. Now I wish I knew exactly where they were putting all the vehicles, or even if they do put all the vehicles in one particular spot for auction that's coming up this week. I don't know. I don't know if they do that. I should ask that question. And maybe I will. Why don't we check out an Escalade? I spy an Escalade. Let's check that out. Never had an Escalade. I've had a Suburban. I've had a Tahoe, and I loved it actually, and we sold it when we moved overseas. It's got the Vortec, probably the 5.3. Let's see. No, this is the 6.2. Very cool. 6.2 liter. Somebody was interested in seeing what was under the hood and left it there. I wonder if we should close that before we go, because it's looking like rain out here. Lost type is fire. Yeah, you know what? That's why it looks so black on the windows. Lost type is fire. So I'm not interested in opening those doors and having all that soot blow out at me and breathe that in. I think it's better that we don't. I don't know to what extent the fire is, but maybe they have photos online, and if you guys are interested, you can take a look. If you're looking for an engine, a Cadillac engine, transmission is probably good. It doesn't look like there's any fire in the engine compartment. I'll show you guys again. You can take a look for yourself. So if you're interested, come on over and take a look. I just don't feel comfortable opening the doors. I mean, that windshield is black, so you know, there you go. You can see it's black inside. I don't know how extensive the fire was. Could have just been one seat, who knows? But I don't care to open the door and look. So let's move on, see what else we can find here in Dale, Texas at IAA. And we have seen several of these cars that I'm walking towards already. So we'll make a right turn, Clyde, and go up another one of these rows, see what we can find. This is cool. I love coming out here and taking a look at these cars. If I could start them, I'd be checking fluids and looking underneath and whatnot. But we're not starting them. We're just looking at them. And most of them are dead anyway, so I'd have to have a jump pack, which I did get for doing these walkarounds. But like I said, if they don't want me to start them, I'm not starting them. I'm not going to ruin things for myself and for you guys, because you guys are the ones watching. We got people out here evaluating cars today. People walking around, checking them out, seeing if they want to buy them. Whoa, carnage. We'll stop for a moment and look at the carnage. Let's hope everybody came out of that okay. That was a heck of a ride. Man. Battery burn. It's a 21 Expedition. Wow. It's not got red plastic all the way around it, so, you know, people did make it out. But look at that. Front end damage. Somebody crossed the lane, I'm thinking, at speed. And that went for one heck of a ride. Wow. It was a really nice car up until then. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. What do we see? Do we spy anything interesting on this side? What do we see? Here's a little Nissan. Is this a Versa or an Altima? An older Altima, maybe? Versa. It's a Versa. I had a Versa. I had the hatchback Versa. I got crashed into on the freeway at speed in a Versa. Ended up having to retire from work because of it. Ruined my career, but not my life. Moved on from it. Enjoying life. I get to come out and do these evals. So there. So this kind of brings back memories. This looks exactly like the Versa I had. Well, I don't remember the door handle being like this, but I believe the seats and the steering wheel and all that is about the same. I'm trying to think back as to what year. See, I was having to travel far for work, so I bought myself the smallest economy car that had enough power to get me around through LA traffic that I could find. I settled, well, I didn't settle. I liked the Versa. Honestly, I really liked it. This one is a 2000. I'm having to read these stickers from the inside, so give me a minute here. 2014. Mine was probably a 14 or a 15 because I retired in 16. Mine might have been a 14. This looks very, very familiar. It doesn't look too bad. Interior's clean. You know, it's dusty. It's out here at the yard. It's dusty. So you have to clean it up a little bit. And what is it, a 1.8? Let's check it out. I don't remember. But yeah, this brings back memories. I had the hatchback. It was a really cool little car. It had plenty of room in the back. You could put your stuff. When I got ran into, I had my lunchbox in the back, and I had a thing of yogurt in it, and you can imagine what a rear end collision would have done. What a mess. What a mess. It buckled the hood and everything, or the roof line was buckled. Okay, where's the, there it is. I don't remember what size engine. Woo, that's dirty. Somebody is not of the mechanical inclination and let it get this bad. Yep, that to me means that the maintenance was probably lacking. But I don't know. Let's see. It's got the engine group, but it doesn't have what's 1.6. I'm going to guess by looking at the group number that it's a 1.6. That would make sense. Yep, 1.6 liter. Had a motorcycle that was almost that big. So the front end looks pretty good. Headlights need a little work. This one was replaced recently. That's nice and shiny. Kind of scary having shiny stuff on a car like this. Did we look at the back? Pristine. Well, they're picking stuff up and moving it away. These might be the cars that are going to go to auction. I don't know. You know what? The body on this thing is fine. It is fine. Why is it here? When you look at a car like this and you say, I don't know why it's here. I don't see anything obvious. You got to suspect that maybe it's either a repossession or it ran over something big and caused some undercarriage damage. So let's see. We're not seeing anything on here. It's a pedal car. So that means somebody sold it to pedal because they were done with it. Let's see if I can pull up the number and give you some more information about it, because this is one that people might be really interested in. They're moving a lot of cars today. Have to be careful. Keep your eyes open. Make sure you don't step in front of one of those things. The number is Actually, guys, I am going to tell you the number. It's 361-420-49. And you can look that up. 3614. I put an extra 2 in there. That's why it's not liking the search. And search. I don't know, guys. Let me try this scan function. That worked. 361-420-49. Oh, maybe I had a number backwards or something. But anyway, it came up. Current bid is 0. I'm going to add this one to my watch list. Loss, other, unknown. 144,000 actual miles. Title is original Texas. So there you go. Somebody donated this car or sold it to pedal. I'm not sure exactly how that works, but it was sold to Pedal, and they send all their stuff to auction. And so here you have a car that you can buy on the cheap. I guarantee it's not going to go for much. It's not going to be crazy money for this car. Not at all. If you need a little runabout for around town, shoot, man, there you go. That's why I'm watching it. I am watching it myself. Let's see what happens. All right, let's move on to the next one. There's something up here that looks interesting. Nissan Armada. Oh, we're on a Nissan kick right now. All right. This is a significantly sized SUV. Nissan Armada. You know what? I had a Nissan Altima. I had a Nissan Versa. And what was the other small size car? I might have gotten a newer Versa after that. It was a gold color car. Yeah, that was a cool car. There was absolutely nothing wrong with that car. Oh, we got body parts inside, and side curtain airbags are deployed. So we haven't found the damage yet. Driver's airbag is deployed. Let's take a look. Yep. Wow. This must be the higher end version because it's got nice supple leather seats. Very nice dash, some leather with some stitching up on the front console here. Very nice. And I wonder if it has third row seating, but look at how big and plush those seats are in the back. That's really nice. That side curtain bag goes all the way to the back. Wow, that is going to be a significant cost to replace, I'm thinking. Never done that before, I don't know. None of the cars I'm working on now had airbags, so don't know much about what it takes to replace one. Let me pop the hood. Looks like we can. We haven't found any significant damage yet, so then again, is the damage underneath? Is that where it is? That's what you got to be careful of. Okay, I see the hood is misaligned, so there we are. There's the damage. A lot of front end plastic damage. But for all those airbags to be deployed, there must be more. Well, no, there's not. But look, see that down there? That indicates to me that maybe it hit something and then rolled over top of something. So there might be damage underneath that we're not seeing. Let's see what it says. It just says collision damage, and it has 59,578 miles. Well, let's look under the hood and see what these come with, if we can do that. I don't see why we wouldn't be able to, except for the fact that, oh, there we go. I was going to say I couldn't get the latch to work. V8. All right. Okay, back to our video. GoPro battery died. I'm not going to complain too much about batteries dying. I've got 4 batteries. What I complain about with these things is the fact that they overheat in 30-degree weather after about an hour. Today it hasn't been too bad, so let's cross our fingers. So we have a V8 in this Nissan, and I want to see if I can see a sticker that tells us that's the air conditioner, but it's a V8. So what is it? You guys let me know. What V8 comes in the Nissan Armada? It's a big car, so it's got to be, is it a 5-liter? 4.6? I don't know. It doesn't tell me. It doesn't tell me. The emissions sticker is gone. Ah, see? Broken. I bet that's where it was. But you guys tell me what you think. Let me know in the comments below. Moving on. Moving on. Let's see what we can find. Elantra. Oh, Elantra's got significant damage. And we were on the row back behind us, so let's head on back there. I think I'm on my third battery right now. So I'm gonna have to go back to the truck, have my lunch to recharge me, plug the batteries into the jump pack, recharge them, and then move on. Did we look at this Hyundai? No, because I haven't seen a 200,000 mile car yet. But there we go, 201,810 miles on a 2006 Hyundai Tucson. And it is an insurance car. Let's see if we can see. Yep, got rear-ended. Got a little bit of damage. Not bad. You know what? I'd buy it and drive it with that. That's not a big deal. You know, your bumper cover, you know, you could probably make that fit a little bit better. Hardly any damage underneath there. It's got a roof rack for putting stuff on, but it's got 200,000 miles. I'm going to say it's been well used. Well used. Yeah. They do make cars to last a little bit longer these days. And if you take care of them, they do. I'm going to say the person that had this wanted to take care of it because it has the front bra clear coat on it right here. And the registration expires July of 23. So let me see what the loss type is on this. It says collision. Well, you know, a 2006 Hyundai, what's it worth? Did that little bit of damage in the back cause it to be totaled? And the owner said, yep, I'll take it. And here it sits. And you could drive it just like that with no problem. Come take a look at it for yourself. Let's see if this opens. No, it's locked. It's locked. All right, let's move on, see what else we can find. Wow. Okay, what is this? It's a Ford Explorer? Yes, 2016 Ford Explorer. And I can't tell what kind of mileage it has on it because power issues. Like there's the fuse block. There's going to be no power to this one. The suspension in the front is ripped out of it. Windshield's all busted up, doors busted up. Can't get inside it. A little bit of carnage for you guys. I would say that the people that were in it probably fared fairly well because the driver's compartment is I'm not going to say undamaged. The driver's compartment is intact. And that's the way they build these cars these days. You can have damage all the way around, but your driver's compartment tends to stay intact to protect the occupants. Hyundai Sonata from CarMax. Any significant damage on this one? No. A little paint peeling. It's been kissed on the front end a couple of times. It's a 2012 Hyundai Sonata with 117,000 miles. Now, will this thing keep going? Probably. It's got a little bit of damage back here on the right rear quarter. Some paint. It's had some damage previously. You can see where the body work was done. Not so well. If you can see it that quickly, you know it wasn't done well. So yeah, it's had some previous issues. However, it's a Hyundai Sonata. It'll go for cheap. You guys should take a look. It's got the air fresheners. Oh, and it's got the bedazzles. It's been bedazzled to death. Woo, look at all that. I'll be dazzled. Dashboard didn't fare well in the weather. But the interior is nice and clean. It doesn't smell bad. What's it look like back there, guys? Probably not too bad, huh? 117,000 mile 2012 Hyundai Sonata. It'll go for cheap. It'll go for cheap. Next oil change due at 117,000 miles. Just a couple hundred miles overdue. All right. All right, everybody, I'm going to stop this video for right now. I'm going to check on the time, see if it's lunchtime, and then maybe go have my sandwich, recharge my batteries, and come back and do more. Thanks for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. Thank you to IAA here in Dale, Texas for allowing me to come out and being so nice, and to the corporate office for help setting this all up. I really do appreciate it. You guys like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you know when a new video is coming out. And thank you to all the new followers. I really appreciate it. We'll see you real soon again on the next one.